I went on a mission trip this past spring break, and I just want to share a little bit about my experience and what we did and how the Lord just did incredible things throughout the week. So I went to Trujillo, Peru, and I had no idea what to expect. First off, it took us 30 hours to get to Trujillo, Peru, and we were all exhausted when we got there. And we were immediately thrown in to the city and thrown into the people and the culture, and it was a shock. We were running on little sleep, and it was just crazy. But every day we would wake up in the mornings and kind of have the morning time to just hang out. 2 days we went and saw ruins, another day we went to the market, and another day on the beach, and then we'd come back and eat lunch, and then we'd go out into these neighborhoods in different parts of Trujillo and gather kids, literally knock on their doors and tell them in Spanish to join us for Vacation Bible School. We had 3 different stations where they could play games or do crafts or have a little Bible story, and I just expected the whole week to kind of be this like surface level, here's a cool bracelet, here we're making awesome beads, and let's play a game, and here's a little Bible story thrown into that. But the Lord had way different plans, and the first awesome experience was after the VBS was over. Every day we had a chance to pray individually with these kids in their language, and so they would just come up to me, and I was there to try to communicate with them in Spanish, and it was just amazing to see how the Lord gave me the words at the right time, and I was able to one-on-one pray for these kids' lives and just pray for that seed that the Lord is planting, and that it will continue to grow, and that they can have a relationship with the Lord from here on out. And a relationship with God is the most important thing in our lives, and I just felt so unequipped in speaking in Spanish. I just felt unworthy of praying for these kids, but just to see their faces light up. And I prayed as much as I could in Spanish, but then the rest would just be in English, and they loved it. And it was so cool to just have the peace that the Lord was going to work through the languages, and that wasn't going to be a barrier, and it wasn't going to stop them from knowing how much Jesus really loves them. And then after we would leave VBS, we would then go to these giant like public parks or plazas in Trujillo and sing songs to gather people around, and then we performed a skit as a team that we had prepared. Everyone loved it. And then after we would do that, we would split up into groups and basically join up with these Peruvians and teach them the gospel. And it was just so cool to see how they were so receptive to what the Lord wanted us to say to them, and just how we were used as the Lord's vessels, but how the Lord had prepared their hearts. And Trujillo is not the prettiest city. There's trash, and it's just dusty and dirty. But these people, I fell in love with them, and it made me so upset because every time I would go to take a picture, I would look at my camera and think, is that what I just took a picture of? Because it just didn't capture their beauty. And I'll just never forget their faces. I'll never forget just the way that the Lord used our team as His vessels, and just were able to spread His love and His word, and the Peruvians received it. And I learned so much from them, just about simplicity and just loving each other and just living in the moment, and just they didn't have much, and it was just so cool to live a week like them, and just how much closer the Lord feels when you don't have the distractions that we so often get caught up in here. I really want to continue pursuing a minor in Spanish, and I want to be fluent one day, and I want to go back to these countries. I've just fallen in love with the Spanish-speaking people. They're God's people, and I feel the Lord's presence when I'm with them, and I see the Lord's beauty in their eyes. And it's taught me so much about my own personal faith with the Lord, and the way that the Lord used me beyond what I could have ever done on my own 2 feet. I learned so much about the Lord's love, and I want to continue to pursue that on my own level. And the Lord did work over just a simple week, and it's amazing to see that the time that you give to the Lord, how He turns that around and just blesses that time tremendously for yourself and for the people that you encounter, all for His glory, and it's just beautiful. So that was what I did this spring break, and I really encourage anyone to go out and leave this country and submerge yourself in another culture and to just find the Lord there. And He's there, He's here, but it's just amazing to experience a different type of people and to learn from them. It's incredible.